Alright, pulling comps 101. I'm going to show you an easy way to pull accurate comps. Okay, so the first thing we do is we go in the MLS. We go to the map search tool. Okay. Once we get to the map search tool, of course, we put in the address for the particular property. It pulls up this thumbtack, which indicates the property. In this particular property, you'll see that it's very close to the Maryland and DC line. So we'll have to make note of that when we do our comps. Okay. So generally, the radius tool is going to be the easy way to search. Okay. So in this case, I've already done a search before. Typically in suburban areas, I may start out with a quarter-mile radius and extend further as needed. In this case, we're going to do 0.39 miles. I did these earlier. I did the search using a quarter mile and didn't get sufficient comps, so I went a little further out. Okay, so once I've selected my search area, very important is to select the criteria. So we're just going to be looking at properties that are currently under contract or have been sold, that have been sold within the last 90 days. And yes, you can go a little further back if you don't have sufficient comps within 90 days. So you could go back 120 days and still have some pretty reliable comps. Also, for this particular property we're looking at, I already went into the tax records and looked at the previous listing history, so I already know it's a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom. I know it's 1,296 square feet, and it's a Cape Cod. Okay, so based on that, I'm going to search anything 3 bedrooms and more. Now, realistically, I would probably search or look at comps in between 3 and maybe up to 5 bedrooms. I wouldn't consider 6 and 7 bedrooms as a comp, nor would I consider 2 bedrooms. So I'm just going to say 3+ bedrooms. Very important. Potential short sale. For this field, I'm going to select no. And also for foreclosure, I'm also going to select no. Ideally, I want to know the ARV. I want to know the after repair value of this property. So I want to look at arm's length transactions, not short sales, not REOs, and I want to look at properties that are in average to good condition. This property is a detached property, so we select detached. That way we leave any townhouses out of the mix. I mentioned this property was very close to the DC and Maryland line, so we want to be sure that we designate Prince George's. That way we're not getting back any comps for DC, because on that radius search tool, it actually went into DC. So we want to make sure our search only brings back properties in Prince George's County in Maryland. Okay? All right, so let's do our search. Okay, so first thing I'll do is I'll sort it out by the listing price. Okay, so actually let's start high and work our way down. Okay, so the first thing we pull up is a comp from July. And actually, that's a mistake. That's July 2009. We don't want July 2009. So we actually do the 90 days plus, and that should give us what we're looking for. Okay, so now when we pull this up, we get one sale, a Cape Cod from September 22nd. We see it sold for $175,000. We see that this one is 1,700 square feet. So it's it's about 500 square feet larger than the subject property. And also when we read the remarks, we'll see things like totally renovated, brand new, and we see it has 4 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms. So it's sold at 175. It's a larger property, and it has one additional bathroom than the subject property. So it's a superior property. And also, one thing you can always look at is properties that usually have a lot of pictures, generally indicate that it's been renovated. Okay, so we've got one property at 175 that's superior to our particular property. We've got another property that's sold on August 20th. We see that it's sold for $171,000. We also see the notes that say newly and beautifully renovated. We see this one is 750 square feet. So that's actually smaller than our property. And let's see what shape it's in on the inside by looking at the pictures. So yeah, we see it has been renovated. Okay. And also, let's not forget to pay attention to the bedrooms and bathrooms. It has 4 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. So that's definitely a comparable. Okay, under contract. Now we've got one property that is currently on the market. Looks like it's under contract for $139,000. This one has 1,032 square feet, so it's it's about 250 square feet, 260 square feet smaller than the subject property. But that's definitely a comparable. So if we look through the pictures, we do see it's definitely been renovated. And that's got 4 bedrooms and 1 bathroom. That's under contract. And also one thing to pay attention to, sometimes a property could be a short sale and it's not identified as a short sale, so sometimes you've got to read through the notes and you've got to pay attention to some of these disclosures down here. Same goes for REOs. All REOs aren't properly tagged. So that comp is $139,000. We've got another one that's under contract for $124,000. 940 square feet, which is, 300 square feet plus smaller than the subject property. It's got 1 less bedroom and 1 less bathroom. And our subject property is 2 levels, actually 2 levels above ground plus looks like a basement. This particular property is just 1 level. So that's definitely what we call an inferior property. We've got another property that's currently under contract at $119,000. And we can see that this is a 1 level property.